I'm here today to talk to you about why stereotyping your audience is dangerous. And how did I get to this topic? Well, first, if you guys remember the presentation by Sam back in the early summer, he talked about the 5 commandments for brands that are considering venturing on the brave path of marketing with purpose. And I'm sorry to say this to Sam, but I wholly disagree with his argument about number 4, that brands with purpose have to make a business more money through their marketing. I just don't think that's true, and I'm going to tell you why today. My response is twofold. The first is that I think that we need to put empathy at the heart of marketing with purpose, because without it, it's ingenuine. And the second, I'm going to challenge everything we know about good digital marketing. We need to look at the levers that we pull from targeting to spend to messaging in order to change the way we reach our customers. We need to put humans at the core of what we do, not just data, and certainly not just profit. Is it all about making money? Let's begin. Now, as most of you know, this week marks the 25th World Mental Health Awareness Day on the 10th of October. It's hosted by the World Federation of Mental Health, and it's an awareness campaign to ensure people with mental health live with dignity. There's activity across social media, it's shared by celebrities, and brands were marking the day with supportive messaging. But for the UK, it's a very important issue because the majority of Britons know somebody with a mental health issue, and a lot of us know people with more than just one person with a mental health issue. Let's bring this closer to home and think about this, what it means for RocketMill, because there's a lot of colleagues here. So if we all know someone with a mental health issue, it does probably impact some people that we work with. But let's take that a little bit deeper in something that's more personal. What does it mean for the women here at RocketMill? Mental health is an even more serious risk for women. 1 in 4 women experience depression. We're more likely to self-harm. We're twice as likely to experience anxiety disorders. We're over 9 times more likely to have an eating disorder. We're more affected by post-traumatic stress disorder, largely from exposure to sexual violence. And 2/3 of people with dementia are women. And I'm just another one of those statistics. So I am someone that has suffered with depression and anxiety. This was me. I was really cute, I think. I look just like my mom. And I was very athletic as a child. I played a lot of sports. I played softball, soccer, or football, as you call over here for some reason, because you kick it with your foot, it makes sense. Volleyball, ice skating, tried basketball, wasn't that great at it. Ice fishing, sledding, I even did curling. I loved sports. My best friends were boys. I even looked like a boy. I look like I should be in Hanson here on the left. I do look like a boy. There was nothing feminine about me. I didn't have a Barbie. I didn't have a doll. I just wanted to be outside. Most of the time I was wearing a sweatshirt and jeans, not even jeans, sweatpants, so I could run faster. And throughout childhood, I found it very difficult to belong because of that. I wasn't friends with the girls because they didn't do cool enough stuff for me. And I was friends with the boys, but then people would make fun of me because I was always hanging out with boys. So I was a big tomboy. And that was great throughout childhood because I could just play. Outside was my playground, of course. I lived by the lake. But then as I transitioned into a teenager and I became older, it became very difficult for me. I found it even harder to belong. I didn't know how to put on makeup. I didn't straighten my hair. I didn't look skinny enough. I was very sporty. And so I found it, with finding it difficult to belong, I found that I started eating my emotions and I got to be very heavy. And as I went into university, everything that I knew about the world around me was going to be shattered because now I was put into a place where I couldn't just play sports all day and hang out with guys. And even as a girl playing sports all the time, people were like, oh, you're going to be a lesbian. No, that's not true. I was just a very boyish and I liked sports. And then in 2002, I kind of hit rock bottom. So this is after I went to university. I started to question my self-worth, what I looked like and what I didn't look like. I had no self-esteem or self-confidence because that was entirely dependent on what other people were thinking of me. Now remember, I grew up in the 80s and 90s, which some of us here did, not most of us, some of us. The media didn't help. I was babysat by TV because both my parents worked. So what I saw were Disney princesses and Baywatch and Saved by the Bell. And that wasn't someone that I could actually relate to at all. So hitting rock bottom actually led to almost a 10-year struggle with depression and anxiety, which I'm pretty good with now, but sometimes the demons still come out. And on the outside, I was pretending to be happy and confident, also in the career and my workplace. But on the inside, I was lost. I didn't know who I was. I didn't have any confidence in myself. And And it came out in not good ways. So I drank too much, I smoked too much, I didn't respect my body, and it wasn't good. And even my husband would try to tell me that I was beautiful, and I couldn't hear it, I couldn't believe it, because my self-image was different than what I was seeing. Don't worry, it got better, everyone. In 2014, I became pregnant with my now son, Nathan, who the picture on the right, that cracks me up, because you know how people always post these perfect pictures of parenthood, and I tried so hard, and he was not having it. But on the left side, this is one of the proudest pictures that I have of myself. For the first time in my life, it was almost like all that negative energy was going out of me, because I was growing a human with my body. It is the coolest thing that you can ever do. Sorry guys that you can't do it, because it's amazing. And all of that pain was starting to go away. I remember as my bump was growing, as Nathan was getting bigger, some women think, oh, I feel fat, I'm pregnant. I wasn't. I was like, holy cow, look what I've just done. This is better than any PowerPoint presentation I've ever done. I made a human. And he's so worth it, which is great. But what also happened after is that I started to see the media landscape change for me. So as I ventured into motherhood, I was still seeing the mass media campaigns, so I was still being targeted with these, with their typical stereotypes, showing me how perfect my life could be. But I was also starting to see some game changers, which are some of these moms who are starting to kind of break this mold of marketing. They were mothers who were showing me what it was like to be a real parent. Some of them are more famous than others. The woman on the right has actually written a book. She's a wife of someone that works at another agency here in Brighton. The moms on the top left are ones that worked with me to kind of show me what it was like to be a mom and still be a human and still be separate from being a mom. And it was fantastic. And this was really important, because women, after they have their children, are at very high risk for getting postpartum depression. And these women helped me not even ever dip into that at all, which I should have been at risk for because I had such depression before. So this leads me to think, what responsibility do brands have towards mental health? I told you my story about how these images were infiltrating me and kind of breaking me down as a child, because I wasn't the person that I was told that I was supposed to be. And a fellow account director, I don't actually know this person, but found this online, who did a bit of a thought leadership piece around this. And she says that brands have a direct impact on people's lives, bombarding consumers with thousands of marketing messages every day. Rather than simply leaving it to industry standards, codes and practices, GDPR for example, brands should feel an ethical and social responsibility towards mental health that goes deeper than a fear of being disciplined for irresponsible marketing. And I think that's true. Yes, we're marketers, we're good marketers, but there's so much pollution on the internet in these days. There's so many bad things happening in the world. Really, do you just want to show someone another ad? I'm going to change the tone from serious to happy now, and we're going to play a game. I have asked all the women here at RocketMill to contribute to my presentation today, and they've helped, which has been amazing. Because that was just my story, but I want to also talk about the ways that this could actually be applicable to our day-to-day life. So I asked the women in this agency to send me screenshots of the ads they're targeted with across social media. We don't have ad blockers because we all work in marketing, so we want to see the ads. So I'm going to show you the ads of each person received. We're going to talk about it for a second, and then I'll ask you to guess who it is. Are you ready? The first one. So this person has life of the party locks. Likes to drink Coke, maybe is in the market for a new phone. It's really beautiful eyelashes and enjoys some sales. Who do you think this is?
Louise.
Lou. That is a really good guess, but it's not correct. That is Felicity. Yeah. The next person. Likes Diet Coke, yeah. It's targeted with a Livestrong ad, maybe some celebrity messaging, yoga. Who do we think this is? Carmen. That is correct. This next person needs to get married today and have a child if they're not already married. Yes, and they need to nail that cat eye. Who is it? Oh, see, it's coming out. This is good. This is good exercise. I feel really bad for this person because they're too young to be getting these messages. This is Alex. And this person likes, let's see, champagne, local events, some coffee, the gym. Sean, that is me. It's the baby one should have been a giveaway. The next person It's got targeted with the food sharing revolution. Lots of nice bags. Some skim flash up to a third off. Great. Who do we think this is? This is Lou.
Oh.
Take a look at her bags next time. This person likes, again, good food, fashion, might be decorating their apartment, some nice good shoes.
Right.
That's Sean.
Oh. I'm glad you make it have nice shoes.
Yeah. And this is the last one. So some flamingo, some toddler pajamas, genius gluten-free. And this person should go into teaching, maybe?
You, apparently.
You would imagine. This is Lottie.
Ridiculous.
You look beautiful.
Yeah.
It's
But which ad did every one of us get?
Pregnancy test.
Not just the pregnancy test, John.
Ovulation.
The whole suite of Clear Blue marketing. So did you know that you can double your baby making days? Could you imagine if this was targeted at a man? Go home and have sex with your wife is what that says. No. 6 days before, so you can learn earlier, before you could know from other people that you're pregnant. And then there's also this video that I'm going to show you.
Trying for a baby? Introducing the new Clear Blue Advanced Digital Ovulation Test. By tracking 2 key fertility hormones, it's the first and only one that can identify your 4 best days to get pregnant. 2 more than any other test. New Clear Blue Advanced Digital Ovulation Test. Maximize your chances of getting pregnant.
So what is the targeting criteria for this Clear Blue ad? I had to think about this. How would you actually select that within a media platform? Well, the first, that you have to be of legal age. We have to be able to market to you. And the second, you have to have a womb, because all of us got this, and I think it's a bit ridiculous. So first of all, with that ad, that is not what parenting looks like, with babies singing cute little songs, so that's a little bit misleading. But why does every woman have to get this ad? Let's think about how this relates to women's mental health that we've been talking about. In the UK, 1 in 7 couples have trouble conceiving, 1 in 6 pregnancies end in miscarriage, and more than 3,600 stillbirths happen every year. Women are also having babies at an older age, and many women don't want to become moms. Why is everybody getting this message? And the point of this is, think about all of these people that clearly are going to have some type of issue with seeing an ad like that, and we're throwing it in their face, saying, oh, you want to get pregnant? Here, it's so easy. Look how easy it is. Oh, you already lost it? No, that's fine. Look how easy it is to get pregnant. Just get pregnant again. And I think what it does is it takes the complete human element out of it. It makes it look fake, first of all, the entire experience, and it just completely disregards humans. Yes, it could be a converting ad, but how many people is it going to hurt to show this ad? But it isn't all bad. So there are empathetic people who are trying to change the way we market products, challenging the status quo and getting to the heart of everything that is bad about marketing. But this isn't about stereotypes. I'm talking more about empathy. Yes, Clear Blue serve their ads to the right gender and to the right age group. Arguably, for our speak, the right ad and the right platform and the right time to the right person. But that's shit. Sometimes you have to be so rash with advertising that we aren't considering the long-term effects of what we say, when we say, and to whom we say it. Was it okay for them to hit everyone with this campaign to make some money, or might it lead to more pain for some people? But also for me, they sell products that help women with fertility, and they're not addressing some of the most serious topics about fertility. There's no awareness that goes along with it. So today I've talked a lot about a lot of things, but what I want you to take away from this is that it's not just about making money, and marketing shouldn't just make money. We need to put empathy at the heart of marketing with purpose. Without it, it's ingenuine. We need to put humans at the core of what we do, not just data, and certainly not just profit. This is a perfect example of a brand that isn't a brand with purpose, but has a responsibility to give the right message to everyone. You might think it's just an ad and we should be tough against the noise. We should be able to say it doesn't affect me. But I'm living proof that sending a consistent message to a little girl can have detrimental effects on her life. The next time you think about where we can find our users and promote our products, what targeting we can use, what messaging we can send, please also think about the negative social impact it could have on someone's life, in hopes that we can start to be more empathetic and more ethical marketers. Thank you.